Hey, what is going on, guys? Dev here, and welcome back to the Skull Patrol. So wait, Teddy Bridgewater got suspended from coaching high school football, and then he said, oh, okay, I'll just go back to the NFL then. And somehow the Buccaneers were like, say less, King, we got you. Just, suit up. You cannot make this stuff up, bro. As a Vikings fan, I love Teddy Bridgewater. I really do. But this man's career went from tragic to wholesome to straight up Madden story mode. Let's talk about what the heck is going on. Let us know in the comments down below what you think about our boy Teddy Bridgewater and what he has to offer the Buccaneers for this upcoming season. Also, before we hop into the content, guys, Colton told me that if we get 100 likes on this video right here, that he will buy me a Lamborghini. So please just absolutely commit assault and battery on the like button for your boy. All right, let's hop into it. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me correctly. Teddy Bridgewater, got suspended from coaching high school football after he led his team to a state championship. It turns out he was doing things that were deemed as unfair to other schools who could not basically afford the same stuff. Like, he was giving them all rides home, he was buying them all food, and I'm sure other stuff. Basically just taking care of these kids, taking them under his wing, and I think, it kind of stirred some controversy, maybe deemed as unfair a little bit, since, they weren't really doing nothing, and then Teddy Bridgewater comes in with all of his, resources, and then it's like, boom, this team's championship caliber, you know what I mean? So, I love Teddy Bridgewater. As a Vikings fan, I've seen him, almost lose his leg, come back, bounce around the league, but now he's speed running a comeback arc after getting banned from coaching teenagers. Kind of crazy. Meanwhile, Kirk Cousins is out here filming Netflix specials instead of throwing touchdowns. Let's break down this absolute fever dream here. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. All right, so why was he suspended? So it looks like impermissible benefits. In July 2025, Bridgewater was suspended from his position as head coach at Miami Northwestern High School, his alma mater, for providing impermissible benefits to his players, specifically Uber rides, pregame meals, and recovery services, all paid out of his own pocket. These benefits violated Florida High School Athletic Association rules, which prohibit coaches from giving financial perks to student athletes, regardless of intent or source of funds. Self-reported spending. Bridgewater publicly shared that he had self-reported these expenditures to the school and subsequently posted on Facebook about them, including soliciting donations to cover costs like $700 per week for Ubers, $2,200 for meals, and $1,300 for recovery services. He explained that his actions were motivated by concern for his players, mostly economically disadvantaged youth, wanting to provide safe transportation and nourishment in a tough neighborhood. So like I said, he went to school there, guys. He cares about these kids. He wants to protect these kids. He knows what it's like to be in their shoes and to be kind of disadvantaged by the things around him. And he just wanted to help them. So, kind of sad. The community reaction here, instead of condemnation, many rallied behind him. Commentators and local community members argued that his actions stemmed from care, not rule breaking, sparking a broader debate on whether existing athletic policies are too stringent. So basically, he got suspended because he provided personal financial support to his players. Rides, meals, therapy-like services, which violated the regulations, even though his intentions were protective and pure, honestly, like he was really just trying to help these kids. And he openly disclosed the spending too, so it's not like he was trying to hide it, guys. All right, now, before y'all think I'm just making this stuff up, don't worry, I'm not the only one with thoughts. Cam Newton had plenty to say about this, Teddy Bridgewater situation. It's from his show, and you already know when Cam starts talking, it's gonna get spicy. It's gonna get a cool southern drawl to it. He's gonna be dressed like a fashion show alley cat. So let's check out what he said, and then I'll give my 2 cents, or maybe a full dollar. We'll see. We'll see where I'm at today. So let's see what old Cam Newton has to say, okay? Old Cam Newton. Ugh, Cam Newton. Let's see it.
Instead of suspending him, you should have acknowledged him and found a way to say, how can we help Miami Northwestern help these kids?
Yeah.
And not just
it's important stuff.
That team. Because if Miami Northwestern is suffering from these same issues of funding, chances are other schools around there are suffering from the same thing. It was just a blessing that a Teddy Bridgewater gave how he gave.
Quick pause here. I think it's really cool that Teddy went back to, his old school after finding success. Kind of like the dream of everybody, right? Oh yeah, I'm going to get rich and then I'm going to come back and help my community and I'm going to hook up all my homies with money and buy them cars. I'm going to buy my mom a house. I'm going to do all this stuff. I know I do that. So why wouldn't Teddy Bridgewater, right? Let's continue.
Well, stop that. What's the purpose of school? What's the purpose of extracurricular activities? If somebody's not going to believe and pour into you on a physical, spiritual, emotional.
See what I mean? Fashion show alley
Wait.
cat. He looks dope.
But you're going to take that away, huh? You're going to suspend the dude, huh? Never mind what it's going to do to the kids. Yeah. Never mind what it's going to do to the program.
Yeah, imagine being the kids that he helped too, and then he gets suspended, and he's like, oh, okay.
Florida.
How does that make
other
them feel?
things that this ain't the only coach that's doing what he's doing. He's just probably the biggest name doing it. Yeah. And this is what you do.
That's true.
If you got the power that you're supposed to have, homeboy, I'll just tell you like this. You shouldn't punish him. You should praise him.
But now we get to watch him play in the NFL, so, I mean.
Because if you're going to punish a Teddy Bridgewater, also punish the teacher. Also punish the principal, the counselor that's really giving their own money
from their
pour
own
back
pocket.
into these kids.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And you wonder why we have a shortage of good teachers. Because the reality of it all is, if you're doing what's expected of you, that's not enough. I'll say it again. If you're doing what's expected of you, that's not enough. And that's on anything. That's on trying to get ahead in learning.
Obviously,
that's on trying to get ahead in sports. That's trying to get ahead of
leading to a championship game like that.
So you have an individual who spent upwards of $70,000 because, Ubers, Lyfts. Chances are their parents probably working. Food, man. Miami Northwestern produced a lot of great talent. That goes Division I.
Quick pause here. Yeah. I mean, Florida's a crazy state for football. We've got a lot of Vikings players from Florida too. Shout out Dallas Turner. Shout out Powell. Shout out Isaiah Rogers. Shout out Joshua Mtella. Shout out Dvin Cook. We ain't forgot about you, bro. Shout out Dvin Cook. So yeah, I mean, this situation just kind of crazy. Just kind of crazy. I agree with the sentiment that Cam Newton is expressing here. He was just kind of looking out for these kids, these guys, giving them situations that otherwise they might not have had, right? So that is, of course, from 4th and 1 with Cam Newton on YouTube. Make sure you guys go check him out. Really, really entertaining guy, not only on the field as he was, but also in the studio. So go check out 4th and 1 with Cam Newton. All right, so our boy, Pat McAfee, also had a couple things to say about the Teddy Bridgewater situation. This is from the Pat McAfee Show over on YouTubers. Let's check it out.
Teddy Bridgewater situation is really interesting.
Very much so.
Okay, now there's different numbers coming out, like the amount of money that he spent on his players' rehabilitation, Uber,
right. We
food,
talked about this.
Transportation, things like that. So that is the narrative that is from the Teddy Bridgewater camp, because he's been suspended for a year from a league, I guess, that he no longer coaches. His statement's like, you can't be suspended for something I'm not coaching, because he's now back with the Lions or whatever. He won state championship as a high school state coach. Dominant. Watching his team every week. We enjoyed the ride watching Teddy B.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know a lot about it, but I guess it was a really exciting run that they went on there.
So now he gets suspended, and I assume we all think that the suspension looming was the reason why he left and went to the Detroit Lions maybe, or
just signed to the Bucs, by the way.
Nonetheless, interesting thing to
really
do to a coach
really
in the modern world that we're
Hopefully
in.
We get to see some play
especially with the way the NIL is. Like, I assume the other people are saying he wasn't paying for Ubers, he was buying cars and all this stuff. It's like,
yeah, who cares?
Like, is that against the rules? I don't know if
honestly,
that's
dude,
against the rules. I don't fully comprehend.
So college
why
players
this
are allowed
happen.
to make endorsements.
It just feels
now
like one of those
money,
NCAA
right?
things.
If I'm not mistaken.
Back in the day, not now. NCAA, you guys have changed, and you guys care about things that matter.
That's right.
And you guys invest resources in things that are going to make the lives of student human athletes better.
Shout out Minnesota Gophers.
But back in the day, the NCAA just used to investigate the most dumb things. It's like, why there's this going on? Why would you do that? This doesn't make any sense. From what I've read about this situation, this feels very stupid. And this feels like they were trying to get Teddy Bridgewater the hell out of the league.
I hate it,
like
man.
I said. So we'll stop it there, guys. Shout out South Florida. I agree with Pat McAfee here. It really does seem like, some other people were making some noise. Like, what the heck, dude? He's buying him all this stuff. We can't do that. Why is he allowed to do that? That's unfair to us. Boo-hoo. And like I said, I don't know a lot about the run that they went on to get to the championship game, but that's significant. You know what I mean? Especially him being from there. I saw him do an interview just a couple days ago, I think after he signed to the Bucs and did a press conference, with those guys. He said, yeah, I mean, my bad, I know what it's like to go to school there. I know what it's like to live there, and I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like to be kind of beaten down by my environment, and I just wanted to help these kids. So I did it. And like I said, he publicly disclosed all the costs, as it was happening too, I'm pretty sure. So kind of a sad moment for Teddy Bridgewater, but kind of cool also that he was just able to be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go back to the NFL then. I loved Teddy Bridgewater when he played here in Minnesota. I loved Teddy Bridgewater. I was obsessed with him. I was like, sick. We finally found our next guy. And I really think that he could have been that guy if he didn't have the, the kind of injury trouble that he had in his career. So that is all I got for you today, guys. Really kind of some exciting stuff in the news about Teddy Bridgewater coming back to the league for the Bucs. So definitely go give him some love. So let us know what you think in the comments down below, guys. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and ring that bell so you don't miss out on any future Vikings content. So thank you so much for watching, guys. That's all I've got for you. I've been Dev. This has been the Skull Patrol. Hello from Minnesota, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.